What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarab here, back with our video to get those 10s and 20 views. Yeah, only 2 more weeks of football to go. Um, the cough is still here, and I'm actually somehow getting sicker. Don't know how, but with 2 weeks to go, upside for Carolina, we won, and we almost beat the Packers. Eddie doesn't miss a couple of kicks. We go for two. That game could potentially go to overtime. Who knows? I'm currently seeing what the lowest ticket is, and it's the Panthers game. But yeah, for Christmas, I got one of these great Panthers headband thing. But unfortunately, the Panthers thing it's way up there. So if I wear it, the Panthers logo is like way like to the back of my head. So I'm not going with it. But let's just get to it. Last week I went 8-8. A lot of close games that I missed by a field goal. A couple games I won thanks to field goals. So yeah, that brings my season total to 134 right and 106 wrong. I need one more solid week just to kind of cap this off and guarantee I don't go in the negative. Granted, I would have to get them all wrong for 2 weeks in a row to do it pretty much. But yeah. But let's get to it. Tonight's game, the Thursday night game, the New Jersey Jets taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hello there, Mr. Joe Flacco. Yeah, like what? The Browns call Flacco and he's like, hold on. You want me to be your quarterback? Answer my question. Do you have a good defense? Yes. Do you have a decent running game? Yes. Do you have a stud wide receiver? Yes. How's the line? Decent. I'll win you a football game. I can get you to the playoffs. And just like showed up and hung up like 300 yards last week. And I think he's going to repeat that performance. Browns win decisively. We got a lone Saturday night game between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Detroit, first time in franchise history to win the NFC North. Yeah, because technically they were the Central the last time they won. And God, you want to look at it bad. Sorry. But you want to look at bad alignment of the divisions. Go look at like Carolina. It's right when Carolina joined. That would still be like 95 back. It is an ugly looking division. Cowboys lost again, and not in good fashion. But I'm gonna have the Cowboys pick up a win here, making that last week of the season actually matter between them and Philly. So yeah, we skip the Panthers game, which is the lowest game because we saved them for last. Which brings us to the New England Patriots versus the Buffalo Bills. I can honestly see New England trying to trade up to number one for Caleb Williams. Uh, Granted, I do think this is extremely deep quarterback class. Caleb Williams, Drake Mays, 1A, 1B, right there. Yeah, Bo Nix. You got the quarterback from Washington, Phoenix, something like that. Sorry, dude, I don't know your name. Bo Nix, the guy who won the Heisman, Sam Hartman. There is a lot of quarterbacks that you can plug in to a lot of offenses. And Buffalo, trying to keep their playoffs hope alive. I'm going with Buffalo. I think New England's not trying to win, and I don't think they have enough firepower to do so. I also going to have a video come out next year of my opinion of the ranking of coaching opportunity, head coaching, like which one would be, like, in my opinion, the best and worst. And New England, you're down low on that list. Then we got the Atlanta Falcons versus the Chicago Bears. Falcons playing for a playoff spot. The Bears trying not to destroy their draft capital. Carolina's gifted you number one, which either you need to trade back to get like more draft picks or you draft Marvin Harrison. That's it. Falcons, you're trying to win the division. Who did go with this one? Yeah. Falcons, you suck. Bears. Yeah. I do like the Bears. I think the best play that they can do come draft is Marvin Harrison Jr. and Joe Alt. Justin Fields needs a line and weapons. You put Marvin Harrison Jr. and DJ Moore on the other side, this team could be scary. But next, we got the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Indianapolis Colts. This is actually probably going to be a highly entertaining game. The Colts play very feisty football and pick up a few wins. And the Raiders kind of whooped the crap out of the Chiefs. Yeah, I'm going Raiders for that reason because momentum. Hopefully the Raiders don't screw up this time and fire another good coach that kind of has the team rolling. Just saying. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Rams taking on the New York Giants. Giants, great effort last week. Great effort. The refs screwed you. The fix was in this entire weekend. There was a lot of bad calls throughout the league, but I'm sorry, a center ducking his head down and popping it up, then looking left and right is not offsides. You see that on every play. You got screwed. And I'm feeling you're going to get screwed again because this Rams defense is going to get after Tyrod Taylor, who's your quarterback this week. So, yeah, I don't think you have the quarterback set up right for to win. Rams trying to get in the playoffs. They get in, they could be scary. Next up, the Battle of the Birds. You got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles, how you feeling? You can't be feeling good. You had a 20-3 lead and almost blew it. Refs helped you out as much as they could. You don't look good. You look unwell. You look like me. No, fine on the surface, but you're dealing with like a sinus infection, a stuffy nose. And yeah, it's not looking good. You need to right this ship, and I do not think you're going to do it this week. Arizona with the win. Next up, what could be the deciding factor in the NFC South playoff championship race. That is the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Win here for the Bucks, I think, clinches them the division. The Falcons are 7-8. Yeah, a win here and Atlanta loss guarantees the Bucks thing. So I am going with the Bucks because I just think Baker's playing great. The team's going to roll. Depending on who they get in Tampa, they might squeak out a first round bye. Next up, we have the easiest game to predict. The San Francisco 49ers taking on the Washington Commanders. Let's just cut to the chase. Niners. Next up, probably looking at the rest of the schedule, the best game of the day. The New Orleans. Sorry. Yeah, best game of the day. The Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Saints-Bucks game could be really good, but this game here, this is AFC Championship material right here. Who wants the um, MVP trophy race because you do have Tyreek Hill, who is definitely a high candidate for MVP in my opinion. He is 359 yards away from 2,000. Probably not getting that, but the guy's been impressive the entire season. And it is, if you take him off the team doesn't look the same. Versus Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Did I even say that? I have no idea. This is all kind of stringing weird in my head right now. But yeah, Lamar. Yeah, it's kind of argue if he's an MVP too. It's just entertaining. But I am going Baltimore. I just think they're the more complete team. They have the better defense. So it should just be good game all around. That's all right. AEW slightly distracted me with what's on the screen. Yeah, it's Abaddon. She's doing her weird Abaddon things. You don't know who Abaddon is? Just look her up. Then we got the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans. Is CJ Stroud back? Let me double check. I can pull this up real quick. Titans. I'm not sure if they've given up on Will Levis or not. I'll pull it. Stroud is questionable. So that is definitely a thing to go forward. I am almost in the camp of if I am Houston, I'm benching him for the rest of the year. No need to push him. You're not in the playoffs. You're not in the playoff contention. Actually, they kind of are, but one of the things of let him get fully healthy. Don't push him. Don't turn him into RG3 2.0 of pushing him back on the field to get you to the playoffs just for him to get hurt worse and then pretty much sideline his whole career. I would bench him. I am going Titans. Then we got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Both teams fighting for a playoff spot. But I'm giving the edge to Pittsburgh. I don't know why. But Mike Tomlin will get this team to 9-7. That's it. That's the logic. Mike Tomlin must have a winning record. Then in the strangest game of the week, the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. Okay. Herbert's hurt. Herbert's hurt, and he is out. No idea who their backup is, and I'm not going to look at it. Benching Russell Wilson for someone who I cannot name off the top of my head while you're in the playoff race. This game just like it looks like two teams who are trying to tank for a better draft spot, but they're like tanking to get spots like 13 to 14. Broncos. I feel sorry for anybody who actually has to watch this game. And how's this isn't the lowest game of the week? I don't know. It got to beat Carolina's game by $2. Then we got the game that should have been the highlight game, the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are kind of like the Eagles, spiraling out of control. I don't know what's going on. And Bengals is, I would love to see this team with Joe Burrows, but Barwin is doing enough to get the job done. And I actually have him picking up another win to knock out KC once again. And then for the Sunday night game, no Monday night game this week, we got the Green Bay Packers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Both teams still in the playoff race. I'm going Green Bay just because I cannot tell you who's going to be quarterbacking for the Vikings. Jordan Love had a good game against Carolina. Their running attack had a good game, but that defense is suspect. So don't be shocked if they lose. But I'm going Green Bay. And last, and at the cheapest, you got the Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, could be Spotted Kitty versus Spotted Kitty. They actually technically could be cousins. And in the retrospect of the NFL world, they are cousins. Hear me out. Hear me out. This Spotted Kitty is a fraud. They parade around pretending to be good, but somehow they're not. This Spotted Kitty has potential. That's the weird thing. Get us an offensive line, maybe one more weapon, and the South could be ours. That's not even like me being a biased fan. Like, what does Chicago have that Carolina doesn't have? DJ Moore. That's the difference. Yeah. So I'm actually taking the Panthers in this game because this team is moving in the right direction. Bryce Young is looking like what Bryce Young should have looked like all year long. I know people are trying to blame Frank Wright for holding Bryce Young back. I don't see it. I just think it's a bad offense coordinator, and I think Bryce Young's at the point where he was just kind of said, "Dude, do your thing. I'm not going to be here next year, so let's just wing this stuff out there." But that's it. Oh, that's not it. I have one last thing. Slight announcement. Friday, I am off. Big changes are slightly coming to the channel, and this one coming next year, and I am bringing back the day off stream. But yes, this Friday, I will be doing a live watch along, play by play, whatever you want to call it, live stream of the Oregon State Beavers taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Yeah, I want to do more stuff. Next year is definitely gonna not full overhaul, but I am going to bring stuff back. I will explain everything on Saturday's video. But until then, I will see you weird people later.